Our manager and our headmistress will now escort them to their seats. As they step forward, our students will welcome them with a guard of honor. Pleasant evening to one and all present here. Respected manager of St. Thomas High School, Reverend Father Ave Maria Afonso, Headmistress Madam Aurora de Souza, the dignitaries of today, members of the faculty, students, parents, and you, our dear audience. We, the St. Thomas family, extends a hearty welcome to each one of you for this annual day program.
आजच्या कार्यावळीत हाजीर आशिल्ले पालक, विद्यार्थी आणि आमच्या मानादीक सोयऱ्यांक आमच्या सगळ्यांच्या वतीन माये मोगाकार.
This institution has been abundantly blessed by the Almighty and thus has grown in leaps and bounds, touching and transforming lives. Therefore, on this auspicious day, we have rightly chosen the theme, Rooted in Faith, We Follow. Well, the stage is set and our students are all geared up to give you a memorable experience with their scintillating performances. So without further ado, let's begin with today's annual day program. The budding nightingales of St. Thomas High School will now welcome us all with their melodious voices through the welcome song.
Welcome to
सगळ्या विद्यार्थ्यांक शाबासकी दिता. तुमी तुमच्या म्होवा उतरांनी सूर, ताल, लयेन वातावरण प्रसन्न केलें तशेंच प्रफुल्लीत केलें. हिरो एक अनमोल वस्तू. ताची चमक सगळ्यांच्या मनाक भुरळ घालता. आमच्या सेंट थॉमस स्कुलाक 60 वर्सां चल्लीं आनी हे खातीर आमी सप्टेंबर म्हयन्यांत व्हडा दबाज्यान आमच्या स्कुलाच्या हिऱ्या महोत्सवाचें उक्तावण केलें. गेलीं 60 वर्सां आमचें स्कूल विद्यार्थ्यांक अज्ञाना कडल्यान ज्ञाना कडेन व्हरता. ताच्याच वरवीं साबार जाणांच्या जिणेंत गिन्यानाचो दीप प्रज्वलीत जाला. जशी एक वात स्वता जळून दुसऱ्यांच्या जिणेंतलो काळोख पयस करता, तशेंच ह्या शाळे वरवीं साबार जाणांची जीण फुलूंक आनी परजळूंक पावल्या. आयज ह्याच हिऱ्याचें प्रतीक आशिल्ली वात हांगा आमी प्रज्वलीत करून ह्या कार्यावळीचें उक्तावण करुया.
I now request our manager and headmistress to kindly escort our guests to the lampstand.
I come before you today. There's just one thing that I want to say. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for all you've given to me, for all the blessings that I cannot see. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. With a grateful heart, with a song of praise, with an outstretched arm, I will bless your name and thank you, Lord. I just want to thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I just want to thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
We shall now begin with the formal function of today's program, requesting our manager and headmistress to kindly escort our guests to the dais. Scott Van Pelt once quoted, "Try to bring out the best in yourself so you can bring out the best in others." Our school is indeed giving its best in the field of education under the capable leadership of our management. I now request our manager, Reverend Father Ave Maria Afonso, to address the gathering.
Chief guest of the day, Reverend Father Jean de Cruz Fernandez. Guests of honor, Dr. Samson Correa and Dr. Frederick D'Souza. Headmistress of our school, Mrs. Aurora D'Souza. Reverend Father Benny DiCosta. Sisters from St. Anne's Convent, Cansaulim. The PTA chairperson, Mrs. Suela Gomez. Teaching and non-teaching staff, dear parents, and my beloved students. देव बरी सांज तुमकां सगल्यांक आनी आमच्या सांत थॉमसाच्या इस्कॉलाच्या वार्षिक दिसा मोगाचो येवकार. तुमकां सगल्यांक आमचे मदें घेवंक आमी कुशाल. Annual Day celebration is a rejoicing eulogium of respect, gratitude, and appreciation for all the achievements and laurels that made this academic year shine bright and beautiful. I consider it my duty and privilege to warmly welcome each one of you for these annual day celebrations. A warm welcome to our esteemed chief guest, Reverend Father Jean de Cruz Fernandez, ex-immediate manager of this school and presently the manager of St. Joseph Institute, Shandor. I extend a warm welcome to our guests of honor, Dr. Samson Correa and Dr. Frederick D'Souza, both not new to our school, but our very own shining alumni who are contributing largely to our society. At our school, we always believe in collaborative work in the field of education, and our parents, as shareholders in our journey of education, always support us. I welcome the parents of our wards present here today. With your presence, you express your love and generosity of time for your children and the school. This positive approach will help your children experience the joy of having parents who care for their growth and development. I also acknowledge the gracious presence of my colleague, Reverend Father Benny DeCosta, priests, religious sisters, ex-teachers of our school, special invitees, and our well-wishers. The presence of each one of you will add to the shine and goodness of this celebration. Education is a never-ending journey. Its primary goal is to promote a child's holistic development. As the child grows, the results of education are visible in the form of a better and more prosperous life. This is mainly because education empowers people to become mindful of their liberties and obligations in a societal structure. It equips them with cognitive ability, physical growth, morals, and ideas. In this way, by empowering future citizens, education also benefits society. The most important value of education is character. T. Raymond opines, education finds its real meaning and value when its aim is character building. Therefore, S. Radhakrishnan says, the troubles of the whole world, including India, are due to the fact that education has become a mere intellectual exercise and not the acquisition of moral and spiritual values. It is education for character which will enable a man to rise above narrow-mindedness, self-interest, anger, fear, miserliness, and to utilize his knowledge for the betterment of humanity rather than for its destruction. As such, the aim of education should be development of character or building of character for the larger interest of the community and humanity as a whole. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was a great teacher, scientist, and the People's President of India. He was proud to say that 600 million youth are the pride and major strength of India, but these have to be ignited minds to keep India shining. He loved to be a teacher, and these are the words he often said. Once your mind stretches to a new level, it never goes back to its original dimensions. This year is a special year for our school. This year marks the Diamond Jubilee of celebrating 60 years of our school existence and efforts in the field of education. We started the year with the grand inaugural in a meaningful Eucharistic celebration, followed by the felicitation of ex-managers, ex-heads, teachers, and significant contributors during this journey of 60 years of school existence, teaching, and learning. St. Thomas High School has grown exponentially through the years and has contributed valuable human beings to the society. To mark the 60th journey of our school, we have scheduled a rainbow of activities and events for our students and teachers as well as inter-school activities. Tomorrow we host Diamante, an inter-school event which will witness the enthusiastic participation of around 16 schools in and around Cansaulim and Salsette. who will come to our school campus and interact with talents on stage to explore themselves and learn team spirit. Many more are planned to come. I sincerely appreciate the dynamic leadership of our headmistress, Mrs. Aurora D'Souza, with her enthusiastic team of teachers and our ever-growing students who take extra effort and invest time and money to schedule events and get participation from all. For all who have contributed to the growth of our school, a big thanks. The headmistress of the school will present the annual report of the academic year 2022-2023, giving you a glimpse of the various activities and achievements of our school, both in academics and co-curricular activities. Hoping all of you will enjoy the variety display and hop in our boat of joy and excitement. आमचे इस्कॉलाचे फॅमिली बरोबर आयची सांज तुम्ही सारतल्यात. ही सांजेची कार्यावळ तुमकां आनंद भरीत आनी मन बुलयती जातली म्हूण आमी रावता. देव बरें करूं. देवान तुमकां दर एकल्याक आपल्या आशिर्वादान भरूं.
येवकाराचें उलोवप केल्ल्या खातीर तुमकां देव बरें करूं म्हणटा रेवरंड फादर. जैत अशेंच मेळना, तें मेळोवपा खातीर एकवटान काम करपाची गरज आसता. सेंट थॉमस स्कूल आयज ह्या तेंगशेर पावपा फाटल्यान साबार व्यक्तींचो हातभार लागला. तातलींच कांय व्यक्ती आयज आमच्या मदीं उपस्थितूय आसात. तर फुडले सुवातेर हांव टिचर लिनेट हिचे कडेन विनंती करता की तिणें आमच्या मुखेल सोयऱ्यांची आमकां वळख करून दिवची.
He empowered us with the power of knowledge. He motivated us with the best tutelage. He helped us move ahead with unending motivation. As a leader and a human being, he is a true inspiration. Such is the personality I stand before you to introduce. Though he needs no introduction, having been in our midst for 7 years, inspiring us, motivating us, and guiding us to the Lord. His was a presence we had got accustomed to. His was a voice we had grown to love. His was a passion we chose to emulate. Such is the charisma of the chief guest of today's function. Born in a highly pious family of Benaulim in the year 1969, on 24th June, the day we celebrate the feast of the Nativity of St. John the Baptist. Third among 4 siblings, he was brought up by a loving mother who was a teacher and a father who worked as an officer in the government services. Completing his schooling in Loyola High School, Margao, he graduated in science at the Srimati Parvatibai Chogle College, Margao. This well-read science graduate would have excelled and flourished in any field of science he wanted to. But he chose to walk the path few take. He chose to answer the call to serve in the vineyard of the Lord, thus joining the Rashol Seminary, and was finally ordained to priesthood on 6th May 1996. We, the parish of Cansaulim, were immensely blessed when this young, handsome priest joined us as our vicar in 2015. In the 7 years that he spent in our midst, he gave the utmost of himself. Through his exemplary leadership, great vision, humane nature, and exceptional wisdom, he made a tremendous impact on every aspect of the parish and our school. A man truly endowed with numerous gifts, an orator extempore, eloquent writer, enthralling vocalist, and a gifted songwriter. He utilizes every bit of himself for the upliftment of all and for the glory of God. A man of high morals and ethics, sincere and righteous. He proved time and time again that for him, leadership was about uplifting others and never about popularity. A highly disciplined man who garners respect from everyone just by his mere presence and demeanor. He displays a profound depth of wisdom in everything he says and does. A leader with an uncanny capacity to patiently listen and then always respond with thoughtful, insightful advice. A man of few words, but each word uttered is spoken with gentle authority and genuine respect. His outwardly calm and serene appearance conceals a mind that is constantly bubbling and brimming with ideas to improve things around him. For us teachers, it was truly a privilege working with him. He led us by example because for him, leadership is about influence, never authority. He taught us to introspect our teaching, to unravel our potential, and to use it for the betterment of our students. In the 7 years of journeying with him, his high standard of ideals, perseverance for excellence, and pursuit for perfection has certainly rubbed off on us, since till today I can confidently say that we still look at every situation through his eyes. This has made us raise the benchmark of everything we do, which has made us better teachers and in turn better people. I, as a parishioner, had the privilege of partaking in the Holy Eucharist celebrated by him several times. His captivating homilies, interspersed with real-life stories and inspirational quotations, made it easier to relate the scriptures to everyday life. He is someone who is sincerely and profoundly immersed in the richness of the Catholic faith, who so minutely explains the intricacies of the scriptures, which in turn helps to strengthen our relationship with Christ. His concern for nature and environment is well known. He truly believes what former American President Franklin D. Roosevelt once quoted: "A nation that destroys its soil destroys itself." So this nature lover took on the Herculean task of saving this village of Cansaulim by planting a multitude of trees of various kinds on every available inch of church land. We owe him a debt of gratitude for this legacy of greenery he leaves behind in our village, so that we breathe easy and our environment is protected for our children. He is truly a perfect role model of selfless giving, who is someone worthy of emulation. Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to present to you the man who steered this ship of St. Thomas High School for 7 years, the man who played an immense role in the milestone we achieved this year, the man whose zeal and commitment we salute, the man who leaves behind profound memories etched in our hearts forever. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you our chief guest of today, Reverend Father Jean da Cruz Fernandes.
Thank you, Teacher Lynette. I now request Teacher Elria to introduce our guests of honor.
Simon Sinek once quoted, "Life is beautiful not because of the things we see or do. Life is beautiful because of the people we meet. Amongst us, we have our two very own sons of the soil, Dr. Samson Correa and Dr. Frederick D'Souza. A good doctor is knowledgeable, skilled, and able. A great doctor, however, looks beyond the physical needs to the mental, emotional, and spiritual. A great quote by Mahatma Gandhi: "The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others." Dr. Samson Correa has completed his basic schooling from St. Thomas High School in the year 1993. He went on to complete his 12th science from Father Agnel Ashram, Verna, and thereafter joined Bharatesh Homeopathic Medical College in Belgaum. Dr. Correa has worked as the RMO for Grace Cardiac Hospital, Margao, and is currently practicing at his own clinic in Cansaulim. Education is the most powerful weapon. We can use it to change the world, quoted by Nelson Mandela. Dr. Frederick D'Souza was also a student of this great school. He completed his schooling in the year 1989 and higher secondary from Sri Damodar High Secondary, Margao. He then went on to complete his graduation in chemistry from Parvati Bai Chogale College and has 2 master's degrees to his credit in biochemistry from Goa University and European Master in Water and Coastal Management in University of Algarve, Portugal. Dr. D'Souza has received PhD degree in microbiology. In the year 2022, he was awarded the European Erasmus and Mobility Scholarship. He worked for 5 years as a scientific researcher in Netherlands. He is currently working as a fellow and area head at the Energy and Resource Institute, Goa, Western Regional Center with headquarters in New Delhi. St. Thomas High School is pleased to extend our warm, hearty welcome to both our ex-students on this great day. Welcome, sirs.
Thank you, Teacher Eldria. Our hearts are delighted to have such distinguished guests amidst us. And so, as a token of our gratitude, we would like to present them a basket loaded with love for their tremendous contribution to our society. Requesting Miss Estria to present a basket to our chief guest, Reverend Father Jean de Cruz Fernandez. Kindly applaud. Requesting Ms. Ashwarya to present a basket to our guest of honor, Dr. Samson Correa. Requesting Ms. Mridula to present a basket to our guest of honor, Dr. Frederick D'Souza. Requesting Ms. Estria to present a basket to our manager, Reverend Father Ave Maria Afonso. Requesting Ms. Ashwarya to present a basket to our headmistress, Madam Aurora D'Souza. Requesting Ms. Mridula to present a basket to our PTA chairperson, Mrs. Suela Gomes. Requesting Ms. Mikaisha to present a basket to Reverend Father Benny DeCosta.
विद्यार्थी फक्त बरो शिकलो म्हणूनच जायना, तो तितलोच गुणी आनी देखीवंत आसप तितलेंच गरजेचें थारता. प्रत्येक शिक्षकाक आपलो विद्यार्थी सर्वगुण संपन्न आसचो अशेंच दिसता. त्या खातीर ताच्यातले बरे गुण सोदून ताका प्रोत्साहीत करप हें आमी आमचें मिशन मानतात. तांकां वेळोवेळार शाबासकेची थाप दिवन तांची उर्बा उमेद वाडोवप आमचें कर्तव्य आमी समजतात. तर फुडले सुवातेर हांव मागतां आमचे मानादीक सोयरे डॉक्टर सॅमसन कोरेया हांचे लागीं ताणें फुडें सरून विद्यार्थ्यांक शिश्यवृत्ती भेटोवन तांची उर्बा वाडोवची. फुडलें सूत्र हांव टिचर लिनेट हिचे कडेन सोंपयतां.
As I call out the scholarships, I request you please to clap at the end, not in the middle, please. The Mr. and Mrs. Pedro Nicolaus Santana da Costa Memorial Scholarship to be awarded to a student best in the academic field goes to Miss Melissa De Silva. And the same scholarship for a student best in all fields and discipline goes to Miss Sara Sandeep Naik. Sara also receives the Maria Augusta Fernandez Memorial Scholarship instituted by her son, Mr. Jose Pereira, in memory of his mother, for a student good in studies, behavior and discipline. The Mrs. Ansisa Magyar Scholarship for a boy and a girl for scoring highest marks in maths in Standard 4 goes to Master Sanket Anil Rivonkar and is shared by Miss Alvia Dorado. Miss Alvia also receives the Mrs. Brigida Luis Abrio Scholarship for securing highest marks in EVS in Standard 4. The Reverend Father Jose Antonio Almeida Scholarship to be awarded for a student good in studies, discipline and service to the school goes to Miss Faye Ofra Dias. The Mrs. Laura Lusitano Barbosa Scholarship to be awarded to 3 outstanding students in the primary goes to Master Jace Joseph Fernandez, Miss Kezia Pearl Vaz, Miss Anisha Vasudev Satarkar. The Mrs. Ansisa Magyar Scholarship for a student with the best handwriting in Standard 1 goes to Miss Tanitra Salgaonkar. The St. Thomas Primary Scholarship and the Mrs. Aida Sara Filomena Scholarship for a deserving student goes to Master Plesio Barreto. The Mrs. Luisina Fernandez Scholarship and the Mrs. Judith Moraes Scholarship for a deserving student goes to Master Laksh Naik. The Mrs. Filomena Fernandez Scholarship for a deserving student goes to Miss Arya Gaudi. The Mrs. Maria Augusta Fernandez Memorial Scholarship instituted by her son, Mr. Jose Pereira, for a student who is good in studies, behavior and discipline goes to Miss Serena Gomes. The Mr. John Dyer Scholarship for a deserving student goes to Miss Ria Suarez. Thank you, sir. I now call upon Dr. Freddy to give away the following scholarships. I begin with Shri Shita Naik. She receives the Mr. Luis Anselmo de Cruz Fernandes and Mrs. Egidia de Cruz Fernandes Scholarship to a student securing highest marks in science in Standard 8. She also receives the Mr. Salvador Nazareth Scholarship for a student standing first in Standard 8. Eleni Xavier, she receives the Ganapati Mauzo Scholarship for a meritorious student of Standard 10. The Maria Rita and Renit Scholarship, instituted by Mr. Leo Carvalho to a CWS and special child for academic excellence, goes to Brandon Pereira. The Dr. Alvaro da Costa Scholarship for a child with special needs goes to Simon Mascarenas. Next, I call on Lisa Suarez. She receives the Mr. John Dyer Scholarship and the Mr. Mateusz Correa Scholarship for a deserving student from Standard 5th with continues to Standard 10. Fayaz Bellari, the scholarship instituted by Mrs. Melita Quadros for a deserving student. Next, we have Viencia Barreto, who receives the Mr. John Dyer Scholarship for a deserving student, and she also receives the San Tome Association Scholarship for a deserving student from Cansaulim. Next, Sarina Carvalho, she receives the San Tome Association Scholarship for a deserving student from ROC. Next, we have the late Mrs. Julia da Silva y Costa Scholarship for deserving student for 2 students native from Cansaulim, ROC and Guini from Standard 10, Aloysius Mesquita and Rio Rodriguez. Astria Maura receives the late Monsieur Luis Xavier Osorio Saldana Scholarship for a deserving student from the secondary section. Next, Zerekiel Azaredo, he receives the Mr. John Dyer Scholarship and the late Mario Osorio Saldana Scholarship for a deserving student from the secondary section. Then the late Father Estevan Camille Antão Scholarship to be awarded to a deserving student from Standard 5th is shared by 2 students, Revencia Dias and Renuka Netri. Thank you, Dr. Freddy.
Congratulations to all the students on receiving the scholarships. Remember, sky is not the limit. Work hard and soar higher. With that, we wind up the formal function of today's program, requesting Father and Madam to kindly escort our guests back to their seats. We shall now proceed with the cultural performances lovingly prepared by our students to exhibit their talents and entertain us. Our talented music students will now present a medley before us. Over to you, dear students.
But why are you dressed like a little Charlie Chaplin?
Because it's my school annual day and we the little Charlies are all set to present our dance.
Wow, I'm all excited to see you all setting the stage on fire.
In that case, please take your seats and watch the little Charlies on the group.
अरे विराज किती नाचता रे तू?
अगो आणि थोड्या दिसांनी शिगमो पावसरला म्हूण नाचपाची प्रॅक्टिस करतालो.
तू जाणा शिगमो उत्सवासारखो कार्निवल उत्सव जाता जय सगळे धर्माचे लोक एकच्या येवन वेगळे वेगळे नाच करतात.
आमच्या गोंयांत असे खूप उत्सव परबो आमी मनयतात जे सगळ्याक खुशालकाय हाडतात.
खुशालकायच नाही सगळ्याचो एकवट वाडयतात.
तर असलीच गोंयची उत्सवाची गिरेस्त पळोवया आयज.
म्हणटा ताका आमचे गोंयचे दायज.
Viva, 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 viva São João. Viva, 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 o gasolina stąd loga.
Indieच्या मापार तोंडा केती सोबीत सुंदर गोवा
cristal.
Salatan festa porbo gazoita Coincha e dorma ciuza Gauce za ulies ma voria yeta Vai ce udok na on utta sanjua
Ai to discoce il monoia Ure chi tezata teza Musgova sta catara coru Natoia tuania E portan di sai tosaru Voitoria goe cena Ai to distrume din boro Gloria viva viva Sanjua. Deva Shri Ganesha, 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 Deva Shri Ganesha.
ज्वाला सी चलती है आंखों में जिसके भी दिल में तेरा नाम है परवाह ही क्या उसका आरंभ कैसा है और कैसा परिणाम है धरती अंबर सितारे उसकी नजरें उतारे डर भी उससे डरा रे जिसकी रखवाली यारे करता साया तेरा हे देवा श्री गणेशा देवा श्री गणेशा देवा श्री गणेशा देवा श्री गणेशा. अस्सलाम वालेकुम अस्सलाम ईद का है यारो ये प्यार हाय अस्सलाम वालेकुम अस्सलाम ईद का है यारो ये प्यार ये ईद का त्योहार है खुशियों का है त्योहार ये ईद का त्योहार है खुशियों का है त्योहार ना तेरा है ना मेरा है ये सबका है त्योहार ये प्यार का पैगाम है ये प्यार का पैगाम मुबारक ईद मुबारक मुबारक ईद मुबारक मुबारक ईद मुबारक मुबारक ईद मुबारक.
मेरे तुम्हारे सबके लिए हैप्पी दिवाली सारे सितारे उसके लिए हैप्पी दिवाली
Arriba! Samba! Hora de dançar!
Carnaval, carnaval, रंगाचे फेस फुलूया, हसून खेळून नाचूया. विवा कार्नावाल, 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 रंगाचे फेस फुलूया, हसून खेळून नाचूया. विवा कार्नावाल.
तू आवडतो आमचे गोंयकाराचे, आख्या संवसाराक ना दुसरे मेळपाचे. मायाच्या म्हयने मेरेन ट्युरिस्टाचे, संवसाराक आसता ना गोवा शाराचे. मायाच्या म्हयने मेरेन ट्युरिस्टाचे, संवसाराक आसता ना गोवा शाराचे. गोवा आमचे, गोवा आमचे, गोवा आवडतो शांतिकायेचे. गोवा आमचे, गोवा आमचे, गोवा खुशाल पोट गोंयकाराचे. हुला ला हुले हो, हुला ला हुले हुले हो, हुला ला हुले हो, हुला ला हुले हुले हो, हुला ला हुले हो, हुला ला हुले हुले हो, हुला ला हुले हो.
आगो मिना इतू गडबडीन हुंय वयत गो. आगो कितें सांगू तुका जोरिफीन, आमचे बाय आजून स्कुलांतल्यान घराकूय पावकूच ना. हुंय फाटल्यान उलतर तें इस्कॉल सुटून बरो वगत जालो. चल चल हांवूय येत तुजे बारबो तेका सोदपाक. बरें बरें यो. आगो पूण तूं ह्या देनपरा वेळार भायशे भोंवत गो. आगो कित सांगच तुका, आमगे शेपाय सकाळ म्हूण मिसा वयत मू गेल्लो, आजून गार पावलो ना. देखून हुंय दिश्टी पडकाय म्हूण सोदता तेका. तेगलेय म्हूण जाणटेपण जाल न्हू, बेश्टी बिरान सोता हुंय पडत बी म्हूण. हय हय सारकेंच तुजें. चल आमी मेळून दोगांयकूय सोदया. आगो मिना हें तें तुगेलें चोडू न्हू गो, आनी हो तो मुगे शेपाय, दोगांय कित तरी उलयताय. हय हय आमी हांगा हाच हुस्क करतात आनी हांगा पळय, हांगा गजाल्यो पेटल्यात. चल चल पळोवया तांचो कसल्यो गजाल्यो चलत्यात त्यो. तर आतां आमी पळोवया कांय नव्या आनी पोरन्या गजाल्यांचो संवाद उगडासाचो हारसो.
आवय गे आवय, पांय मोडलो गे साहेबीनी. आवय हो फातर आनी मोदेंच कोणें दवरलो काय. आय साहेबा, आतां म्हजें वखल खंय पडलें. देवा म्हज्या.
अंकल अंकल कितें जालें? पावसो कुटत कुटत कितें सोदता?
आगो बाय, ह्या फातराक आपटून पांय दुखता.
कितें? तशी जाल्यार पयलीं बस पळोवया. ये गे उदक पी. आतां म्हाका सांग कितें सोदतालो?
आगो बाय, त्या फातराक आपटून म्हजें वखल खंय पडलां तें कोण जाणा. तुका तर खबरूच आसतली आमकां जाणटेल्यांक वखल कितलें म्हत्वाचें तें. मेळ्ळ्यार पुरो म्हजें वखल. मातशें पळयता बाय म्हजें वखल खंयसर पडलां तें.
आय सायबा, अंकल वखलो दोराक घालचें आसता, पूण तुवें तें तकलेक लायला. मागीर कशें मेळटलें तुका?
आय सायबा, हांव आनीक सामकोच जाणटेपण माथ्यार आयला न्हय गो बाय, त्याच खातीर अशेंच घडटा. तें सोड, सगळ्यान पयलीं हांव तुजेर उपकार मानता बाय. वेळार तूं म्हाका पावलें आनी आदार दिलो देखून. खूब बरे संस्कार घडयल्यात तुजेर, तुज्या पालकांक आनी शाळेक म्हजो दिनवास. तर खंयच्या शाळेक शिकता गो तूं?
हांव सेंट थॉमस हाय स्कुलान शिकता.
अरे वा, तें तर म्हजेंच स्कूल.
तुजें स्कूल म्हणल्यार तुवें बांदलां तर तें स्कूल?
तशें न्हय गो बाय, म्हजें स्कूल म्हणल्यार हांव ते स्कुलाक शिकतालों. हांव ते स्कुलाचो एक स्टुडंट.
कितें तशें जाल्यार ते स्कुलाक सुरू केला खूब वर्सां जाली आसतली.
हय तर तें स्कूल 1962 वर्साक फादर रॉबर्टो बरेटो हाणें सुरू केल्लें. हांव ते स्कुलाच्या पयल्याच बॅचाचो विद्यार्थी आशिल्लो. तुका खबर आसा बाय? कितें मेजता बाय?
1962 म्हणला
आतां मेरेन आमच्या स्कुलाक 60 वर्सां भरलीं.
अरे हय, ह्या वर्सा आमच्या स्कुलाक 60 वर्सां भरली. म्हूण ह्या वर्सा आमी डायमंड जुबली मनयता. सप्टेंबर म्हयन्यांत आमी गणगणात ह्या डायमंड जुबलीचो उल्टावन केल्लो आनी आतां आमी ह्या वर्साच्या निरोप सुवाळ्याची तयारी करता.
खरें 60 वर्सां पुराय करप म्हणल्यार एक व्हड अभिमानाची गजाल आनी हाचो सगळो श्रेय हे स्कुला खातीर वावुरपी आनी आजुनूय वावुरता त्या दर एक मनशाक वता. तुका खबर आसा बाय, जेन्ना हें स्कूल सुरू जाल्लें तेन्ना आमचे कडेन इमारत तशेंच वर्गूय नाशिल्ले. आमच्यो क्लासीस इगर्जेच्या वारांदाक आनी साक्रिस्तीन जाताल्यो. त्या काळार सेंट थॉमस स्कूल, खांसावलीम आनी तशेंच सर गांवा भोंवतणी पयलेंच इंग्लीश मिडियम स्कूल आशिल्लें. उपरांत फादरान थोडे थोडे रीण काडून इमारत बांदल्यो. तेन्ना आमच्या शाळेक फक्त 140 भुरगे आनी 8 शिक्षिकी आशिल्ल्यो.
खरेंच सांगता अंकल, आतां आमच्या स्कुलाक खूब प्रगती केला. व्हडली इमारत, व्हडले व्हडले वर्ग. तुमकां खबर आसा आतां आमच्या स्कुलाक सुमार 800 भुरगीं शिकता आनी 45 टिचींग आनी नॉन टिचींग स्टाफूय आसा.
हें आयकून जीव सामको संतोसलो.
कितें रे अंकल, तूं म्हजी फकाणां करता कितें रे?
अशें कित्याक म्हणटा तूं बाय?
हांव जाणा तूं हांगासलोच म्हण आनी अशें दाखयता की तुका स्कुलाची कितें खबरूच ना भशेन.
ना गो बाय, हांव हांगसरलो खरोच, पूण खूब वर्सां जालीं US गेल्लो. थंयच नोकरी करून सेटल जाल्लो. हालींच गोंया आयलां. जाणटेपण येता तशेंच घराची आनी गोंयची याद येता न्हय.
अशें.
हय बाय, शाळेंतल्यान आमकां बरें शिक्षण तशेंच खरी मुल्याय मेळ्ळी. आमचे हेडमिस्टर्स, मॅनेजर्स आनी टिचर्स हांकां लागून आमचें व्यक्तिमत्व घडलें आनी आमी परदेसान वचून काम करून बरी जोड जोडपाक लागले. आमचे तेन्नाचे पयलेच मॅनेजर फादर रॉबर्टो बरेटो कडक स्वभावाचे, धाडसी, दूरदृश्टी, एक म्हत्वाचे मनीस. तापयताले खरे पूण खूब मोगूय करताले. तशेंच दुसरे वटेन आमची सिस्टर जस्टूड, एक म्हत्वाची मनीस आनी कश्ट करपी व्यक्ती आशिल्ली.
अशें. अंकल, मातशें तुजे कान लागीं हात. कितें सांगपाक जाय तुका?
कितें? म्हजो कांय कित्याक? कितें सांगचें आसा तें मोठ्यान सांग.
ना रे अंकल, मोठ्यान सांगपाक म्हाका भंय दिसता.
बरें तर, आतां सांग पळोवया.
अंकल, तुवें सांगल्या प्रमाणे आतांचे आमचे मॅनेजर आनी मॅडमूय खूब स्ट्रिक्ट आसा. म्हाका जाल्यार तेंचो भंय दिसता.
अशें? तशें सगळ्याच भुरग्यांक दिसता. आमकांय बीन तशेंच दिसतालें, पूण तांचो हो कडक स्वभाव फक्त आमच्याच बऱ्याक लागून आसा. तुका कडेन तें आतां समजून येचें ना, पूण फुडाराक तुका हाची जाण येतली.
हय अंकल, हें मात खरें तुजें. म्हाज्या उगडासाक स्कुलाक 2 मॅनेजर लाबिल्ले. 2015 ते 2022 वर्सा मेरेन आमकां माननीय रेव्हरंड फादर जॉन डिक्रूज फेर्नांडीस म्हूण मॅनेजर लाबिल्ले. कडक स्वभावाचे खरे, पूण मनात तितलेच सुदार. साफ काळजाचे, बरें केला शाबाशी दिवपी आनी स्कुला खातीर तकालस घेवन वावूर करपी. तशेंच आमचे आतांचे मॅनेजर रेव्हरंड फादर आवे मारिया आफोन्सो, जे 2022 वर्सा हांगा स्थायी जाल्ले. हास्त्या मुखामराचे, मोवार काळजाचे, पूण सायलंट ऑब्झर्वर आनी सगळ्यांत म्हत्वाचे आमचे मॅनेजर हे स्कुलाचे बुनियाद जाल्यार आमची मॅडम अरोरा हे स्कुलाचो एक गडगंज खांबो. सदांच हसमुख, कसलेय संकट्यो सदांच तोंड दिवपाक फुले आनी सगळ्यांक आपल्या पाका खाला आसरो दिवपी आनी विद्यार्थ्याच्या बऱ्या खातीर कितेंय करपी. तिची जितली तोखणाय केला कमी आसा.
हय बाय, ह्या महान व्यक्ती बद्दल हांवेंनूय आयकलां. आमच्या आदल्या मॅनेजरांनी आनी हेडमिस्ट्रेसांनी पेटयल्ली ज्योत ह्या महान व्यक्तींनी पेटोवन दवरून हाचो उजवाड सगळ्यांक फाकयलो.
हय अंकल, तुका सांगचें म्हणल्यार आतां आमचें स्कूल इन्क्लुझिव्ह एज्युकेशन उपलब्ध करता.
हय तर, पयले पासून आमचें स्कूल सगळ्यांक इन्क्लूड करताले. कोणाक एक्सक्लूड केला?
आय सायबा, इन्क्लुझिव्ह एज्युकेशन म्हणल्यार ज्या भुरग्यांक खास दानाची गरज आसा, जशी ऑटिझम, सेरेब्रल पॉल्सी, ज्या भुरग्यांक आयकुपाक येना, दिसना, वे अशा भुरग्यांक आमचे स्कूल एक समान लेखता आनी शिक्षण दिता.
हें आयकून जीव सामको दादसलो.
आणि सांगचे म्हणल्यार आतां आमच्या स्कुलाच्या दर एका वर्गात LCD प्रोजेक्टर, ग्रीन बोर्ड घातिल्ले आसा. ह्या वरवीं आमकां भुरग्यांक शिकपाक, समजुपाक खूब सोंपें जाता. पूण अशेंच बेश्टें करना. आमच्या स्कुलाचो दर एक शिक्षक कंप्युटराचेर PowerPoint प्रेझेंटेशन तयार करपाक त्रास घेता आनी आमकां शिकयता. दर एका वर्गात प्रोजेक्टर घालपा खातीर आमचे मॅनेजर रेव्हरंड फादर जॉन डिक्रूज फेर्नांडीस आणि मॅडम अरोरा डिसोजा हांणी रातीचे दीस करून फंड एकठांय केले आनी ही सुविधा आमकां फावो केली. तशेंच इंटरॅक्टेड प्लॅनर आमचे एक्स स्टुडंट रिस्पेक्टेड सुरेंद्र हाणें फावो करून दिला.
ह्या खातीर तुमचे खूब दिनवास. शिक्षकूय बीन स्कुलाचे खाशेल्ल्यांक ते आमकां शिकयतात, त्याच बरोबर हेर एक्टिविटीजांनी वांटो घेवपाक आमकां आदार करतात. आमच्या भितरलो आत्मविश्वास वाडोवपाक मदत करतात. तांच्या दाखयल्ल्या वाटान चलून आयज हे स्कुलाच्या भुरग्यांनी वेगवेगळ्या क्षेत्रात खूब नामना जोडल्या.
हय अंकल, हे मात खरें तुजें.
हय बाय, हांव हें मात जाणा. हे स्कुलान पास जाल्ले भुरगे आयज दोतोर, इंजिनियर, आदवोगाद, हेडमिस्ट्रेस, शिक्षक, पाद्री, माद्री आदी जाल्यात. कांय जाण तर आपल्याच गांवांत रावन लोकांची सेवा करतात.
हय अंकल, तुका सांगचें म्हणल्यार आमच्याच मदीं आशिल्ले मानाचे सोयले रिस्पेक्टेड डॉक्टर्स डॉक्टर फ्रेडी डिसोजा आनी डॉक्टर सॅमसन कोरोया हे स्कुलाचे विद्यार्थी जे गांवांत रावून लोकांची सेवा करता. तुमकां नमस्कार आनी सगळ्या वटेन देव बरें करूं. आमकां प्रोत्साहीत करपा खातीर आमचे शिक्षक अशीच आमकां भुरग्यांची एग्जाम्पल्स दिता.
हें आयकून गर्वान म्हजी छाती फुल्ली. बाय, तुका मेळून म्हाका म्हजे स्कुलाचे दीस आयले. खूब दिनवास तुका. म्हज्या स्कुला बाबतींत खूब कितें जाणून घेतलें हांवें. तुज्या असल्याक भुरग्यांक पळोवन जीव सामको दादसता. दिसता आमच्या देशाचो फुडार उजवाडीत आसा म्हणून. आशेतां तूं बरें शिकून तुज्या पालकांचें, शिक्षकांचें आनी शाळेचें नांव वयर काडटलें म्हणून.
हय अंकल, हांव बरें शिकून सगळ्यांचें नांव वयर काडटलें. तुमचो आशिर्वाद घेता.
म्हजो आशिर्वाद सदांच तुज्याच वांगडा आसतलो. बरें करून वच बाय. देव बरें करूं.
बरें तर अंकल, वता हांव. देव बरें करूं. नमस्कार.
Dear child, why are you so worried? Mom, there's fancy dress competition organized in our school. So, what's the problem? I want to participate but don't know what character I should play. Oh, that's the problem. Don't worry, let's go. Wait, where are we going? We are going to watch a special performance by our very special and dear children of St. Thomas High School. The name of the performers is Sylvanus. You will get lot of ideas of what character you should choose. Oh, that's a great idea. Let's hurry.
I used to bite my tongue and hold my breath, scared to rock the boat and make a mess. So I said quietly, agreed politely. I guess that I forgot I had a choice. I let you push me past the breaking point. I stood for nothing, so I fell for everything. You held me down, but I got up, already brushing off the dust. You hear my voice, you hear that sound, like thunder gonna shake the ground. You held me down, but I got up. Get ready, 'cause I've had enough. I see it all, I see it now. I got the eye of the tiger, the fire, dancing through the fire. 'Cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar louder, louder than a lion. 'Cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar. You're gonna hear me roar. Now I'm floating like a butterfly, stinging like a bee. I earned my stripes. I went from zero to my own hero.
Kyra. How was your school today?
Good, Mom. But, Mom, I don't understand why schools are so strict about us not getting cell phones and tabs to school.
That's because some students can put these gadgets to wrong use.
Oh, come on. This is the 21st century where life around us moves with a touch of a finger. We are being treated like little babies.
No, my dear, that's not true. They just want you to be safe. Today's kids wander a vast new uncharted territory called cyberspace. When children are online, they open the doors to the hidden dangers every time they enter a chat room, post a photo, or even send an email.
Oh, come on, Mom. What kind of danger could I encounter? I use my phone sitting within the four walls of our own home.
Okay, Kyra, you have to see it to believe it. Today's English play, Cybermare, will show us all how our simple actions online can have dangerous consequences. Let this be a wake-up call to all, parents and students alike, to the dangers of cyberspace.
अरे दीवानो मुझे पहचानो कहाँ से आया मैं हूँ कौन अरे दीवानो मुझे पहचानो कहाँ से आया मैं हूँ कौन मैं हूँ कौन मैं हूँ कौन मैं हूँ कौन
Hi Kyra, welcome to the beautiful world of social media. Come, meet my friends.
जहाँ तेरी ये नजर है मेरी जान मुझे खबर है जहाँ तेरी ये नजर है मेरी जान मुझे खबर है बच ना सका कोई आए कितने लंबे हैं मेरे हाथ कितने देख इधर यार ध्यान किधर है अरे देख इधर यार ध्यान किधर है
Hi Kyra, I will help you to get in touch with your friends. Would you like to see them and share your moments with them?
चल बेटा सेल्फी ले ले रे चल बेटा सेल्फी ले ले रे
Hello Kyra, do you want to know what your favorite film stars are doing? Come, I will update you.
तुमसे मिलना बातें करना बड़ा अच्छा लगता है तुमसे मिलना बातें करना बड़ा अच्छा लगता है
Hello Kyra, your friends want to discuss something with you. Come, let's join them.
Hey Kyra, are you getting bored? Let's have some entertainment.
What took you so long? And did you study anything? Or just wasted your whole day on social media?
Yes, Mom, I studied a bit.
Kyra, open the door, check who's there.
Wait, Mom, let me check the likes on my status update.
Kyra, you're always on your phone.
Why did you take so much time to open the door?
I was in the kitchen. And look at your daughter. She's always on the phone.
And where is Kevin?
He too must be playing with his mobile.
I work all day long. And when I come home,
My children don't have time to greet me. Kyra, get me a glass of water.
Yes, Dad. Ouch, ouch. Can't you see?
Oh, hello. Can't you see?
Do you have to play PUBG all day? It's a silly addiction.
Don't teach me, you social media freak.
Stop it. It's your fault.
No, you stop it. It's your fault.
Stop fighting, kids.
What's going on here? And who dropped this water over here?
Mom, she bumped into me.
No, Mom. He bumped into me.
I'm fed up of your addiction to the phone. Keep them aside and go to your rooms.
What is happening, Simran? You are pampering the kids too much.
Don't blame me. You should also tell them. I have a lot of other things to do.
I understand, dear. Okay, I will take care of this.
Kyra, Kevin, get up. It's morning.
Hello, Mr. Pereira. How are you? Oh, yes. Yes. Sure. We will be there this evening. Okay, bye. See you in the evening. Listen, everyone. I have something to tell you. Mr. and Mrs. Pereira are having a get-together this evening, and we have been invited to it.
At what time do we have to go?
At 8. I will be home at 7.
Did you hear, children? Be ready on time.
No, Mom. Not today. I have to go to Swizzle's birthday party.
I'm going to McDonald's with my friends this evening.
I don't want your excuses. You have to come this evening. It will be a family day out.
Please, Dad, only these ones. We have already made our plans. I promise you will surely come next time.
Okay, this time the invitation was too sudden. But remember, next time we all must go together.
Now, put your phones aside and finish your breakfast.
Hello, everyone. Come in. Happy birthday, Swizzle.
Thank you, everyone.
You are looking very pretty today. I like your dress.
Thank you. My mother gifted it to me.
Juvila, I like your dress too. Isn't it the same dress you wore last year?
No, that was Sarah. And this is Versace. Isn't it cool?
Oh, it's lovely.
Can we get the cake now?
Yeah, sure.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to dear one. Happy birthday to
Come on, guys, let's take some pics.
तो खींच मेरी फोटो तो खींच मेरी फोटो तो खींच मेरी फोटो पिया तो खींच मेरी फोटो तो खींच मेरी फोटो तो खींच मेरी फोटो पिया.
Hey guys, it's time to go home now. Let's leave. We had a wonderful time, Sweezel.
Thank you. I'll walk you till the gate.
Hello, Auntie. Hello, child. Wish you a belated birthday. Thank you, Auntie. Auntie, where's Kyra? She's still sleeping. You can go and wake her up. Okay, Auntie. Kyra, Kyra, wake up.
Oh, Sweezel, how come you are here so early in the morning?
Forget everything. Where's your phone?
It's with me. Why? What happened?
Someone has uploaded your pics. It has been morphed.
What?
Wait, I will show you.
Oh no! Who has done this? What will happen now?
I have no idea about this.
Oh God! And how will my parents react when they will come to know about this? They will kill me!
Kyra, please don't cry.
And what if our friends see it? All the students and teachers in school, what will they think of me? What will I do now? I can't even go to school.
Just calm down, Kyra. Talk to your parents. They will surely get you out of this.
Okay, I'll try to talk to them.
Kyra, please take care of yourself. Call me if you need anything. I'm always there for you.
Thank you. Oh God, what will I do now? Anything. It's not my fault. It's not my fault.
What happened, my child?
I haven't done anything, Mama. It's not my fault.
What isn't your fault?
Mom.
What isn't your fault? Yes, child. Tell me clearly.
Mom, someone has uploaded my pics on social media. It has been morphed. It is now circulating on every social media platform. What will I do now? Mom, see. And how will I face my school and classmates? I don't want to go to school ever.
Don't worry, my child.
Don't worry, we will handle this.
She has a fever.
What?
Please call the doctor.
Yes. Hello, doctor. This is Mr. D'Souza speaking. My child has a fever. Can you come to my house immediately? It's an emergency.
What did the doctor say?
He said he's coming.
Kyra, my child, Mama and Papa are always with you. You please relax.
Doctor, my child has a fever.
Where is she?
She's inside.
What happened?
She woke up shouting, I haven't done anything. I haven't uploaded any pictures.
Does she use her mobile a lot?
Yes, doctor. She spends a lot of time on social media.
I think it's a case of depression.
Depression at this age?
Yes, depression.
So what can we do now?
Please give her more family time and keep her away from her phone as much as possible. What she is going through is depression from cyberbullying. Cyberbullying affects mental health of teenagers, increases stress and anxiety, either making them act out violently or retreat into a shell, leading to low self-esteem, and in extreme cases leads to suicide. Parents and family play an important role here. Give as much as quality time as you can to your children and let them know that you always have their back. But as the saying goes, prevention is better than cure. Stop your child becoming a victim of cybercrime in the first place. Monitor what he or she does on social media. Instill in them better ways of spending time. Reading books, for instance. If they read more books than the likes they crave for on Instagram, they will go places.
Thank you, doctor. We will certainly keep this in mind. Listen, Simran. I think we have to file a complaint against this cybercrime.
Is that possible?
Yes, it is possible. There is a special cybercrime department where we can file a complaint with the cybercrime helpline 1930 as well as the National Cybercrime Portal. They will surely help us without revealing our identity.
So now we have to be more careful and spend more quality time with her. Let this be a lesson to all parents. Remember, your children need your presence more than your gifts, so be there for them at all times.
And friends, be careful of what you upload on social media. The pictures of you and your loved ones are out in cyberspace, free for anyone to access, use and abuse. So think twice before you act.
Thank you.
Hey Adelina, you seem to look quite happy. What's the matter?
Yes, I'm glad to see such a large audience gathered for today's annual day program. Yulia, isn't it amazing that our school has completed 60 years in the field of education?
Yes, you are absolutely right. And I feel this is the best moment to celebrate by doing a little swaying and swirling.
Well then, let's get dancing.
Que vida é tua? Oh malhão, malhão, que vida é tua?
Como de pipilo, tin tin passando na rua. Como de pipilo, tin tin passando na rua.
Oh malhão, malhão, oh malhão, bebê. Oh malhão, malhão, oh malhão, bebê.
Asadas tomar, onde eu bater. Asadas tomar, onde eu bater.
Deixa passar essa linda brincadeira, que a gente vai bailar com as minas de madeira. Deixa passar essa linda brincadeira, que a gente vai bailar com as minas de madeira. I see Marianita, see, I know know Marianita now. I see Marianita, see. I know Marianita now.
Oh, so is the Marianita, so lindas como limão. Oh, so is the Marianita, so lindas como limão.
I see Marianita, see. I know Marianita now. I see Marianita, see. I know Marianita now. Deixa passar essa linda brincadeira, que a gente vai bailar como as minas de madeira. Deixa passar essa linda brincadeira, que a gente vai bailar como as minas de madeira.
Thank you, Swaying Swirls, for that feet-tapping performance. St. Thomas High School has been a beacon of hope for the past 60 years, paving the way for many to become responsible citizens as well as build a good career. Let us now witness the progress of St. Thomas High School, which has been growing successfully under the dynamic leadership of our headmistress, Madam Aurora D'Souza, to kindly present her academic report.
Honorable Chief Guest, Reverend Father John Ruby the Cruz Fernandez, guests of honor, Dr. Frederick D'Souza and Dr. Samson Correa, Manager, Reverend Father Ave Maria Afonso, Reverend Father Benny DeCosta, PTA Chairperson, Mrs. Suela Gomes, respected dignitaries, special guests, parents, teaching and non-teaching staff, and my beloved students. The thankful heart opens our eyes to a multitude of blessings that continually surround us. James E. Faust. I bow down my head in reverence with a high sense of gratitude to the Almighty, the Creator and the Preserver for all the blessings implored on St. Thomas High School. As we share the yearly update of our activities, we take the modesty to say that we did our best to do as we had planned, and we are proud of our students and teachers who strive hard to achieve beyond expectations. We are focused on the holistic development of the student. We are a proud family of 803 students and 45 teaching and non-teaching staff. The highlight of the past year was the excellent academic achievement at the SSC board examination. A batch of 61 students appeared for the examination, and I'm proud to announce that we had 16 distinctions, 20 first class, 9 second class, and 2 pass class. Miss Melosha Montero scored 92%, the highest percentage in school for the year. She was felicitated by Lions Club of Majoda, Taluka Level School Complex, and Rajauns with citation and cash award. Miss Melosha Montero and Master Samuel Barreto, the toppers of the school, were felicitated by Paradeep Phosphates Limited Goa unit with a check of rupees 10,000 each. Retirement means slowing down from a busy lifestyle to begin a more relaxing one. After tirelessly working for 31 years, Teacher Celine Dias retired at the end of the academic year 2021-2022. We thank her for the dedicated service for the last 10 years in our institution. May God continue to shower abundant blessings on you and your family, dear Teacher Celine. The Lord declares in Jeremiah, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." After serving for 7 fruitful years as a manager of the school, Reverend Father John Ruby da Cruz Fernandez was transferred to St. Joseph Educational Institute, Shandor, and Reverend Father Ave Maria Afonso was appointed as the manager of St. Thomas High School. True leaders don't force people to follow. They invite them on a journey of self-discovery. A leader of such caliber, a visionary, disciplinarian, singer par excellence, and an orator extempore was Reverend Father John da Cruz Fernandez, under whom I served here for 7 years. This fruitful years saw the upgradation of the school with modern amenities and infrastructure, thereby catering to all the needs of the institution. He had always looked forward to the overall development, safety, and well-being of each and every student. It gives me honor and pride to keep on record the salient changes in the infrastructure during the 7 years of managership. The creation of the smart room for students to explore facts, opening of a life skill room for differently able children along with the academic resource room, upgradation of the computer laboratory, enhancing safety with CCTV surveillance, maintenance of the school ceiling and rooftop, renovations of the washrooms, a vivid painted new look to the school building, additional railing to the gallery on the first floor for the safety of students, statue of St. Thomas the Apostle installed in the school compound, added illumination and ceiling fans in all the classrooms, a spiral staircase for emergency exit purpose, flooring and fencing assembly stage for a catalog look, LCD projectors in every classroom for making teaching and learning impressive and interesting, reassessment of the school building rent, launching of the school website, thereby making us known globally. The school thus had a steep journey with all that is mentioned above and is in fact the strength of the institution. Father John has given the best of himself to the school in the toughest of time, and our success is the testament of the strength of his spirit. Thank you is too short a word for the act of service Reverend Father John gave each single day to the school. Father, we are truly honored by your presence as a chief guest today. Thank you so much for all that you have been and done to the school, and in a very special way for gracing this occasion. Thank you, Father. If niceness is your way, happiness can never be your way. Father Ave Maria Afonso walked into this portal of learning at the start of the academic year 2022-2023. His dynamism and trust continue to motivate us to give our best. Father, your concern, soft-spoken demeanor, constant encouragement, and regard for every minute detail will surely guide our school to the harbor of success. I thank you for all your support. This year is a remarkable year in the history as this cradle of learning completes 60 years of educating young minds. Mr. Eckhart said, "If only prayers you said was thank you, that would be enough." Our enterprising founder of the school, Reverend Father Roberto Barreto, and all the inspiring and enthusiastic successors since 1962 have spared no efforts to see that the school grew into a huge educational tree. Kudos to all the managers, heads, teaching and non-teaching staff for all the selfless service and sacrifice into making this institution it is today. The aim of living, they say, is to keep on learning, and that is what we see both teachers and students do. Learn new things, try new endeavors, do things you have never done before, make mistakes, change yourself, and thereby change the world. Ideas of patriotism, nationalism, secularism, and loyalty towards one's country are an integral part of education. To uphold the said principles, all national days were celebrated with great fervor, conducting Prabhat Ferry, Kranti Din, Gandhi Jayanti, Teachers' Day, Children's Day, Ganesh Chaturthi, Diwali, Eid, Christmas, Independence Day, Liberation Day, Republic Day was celebrated with great zeal and enthusiasm. Jesler once quoted, "Children are not things to be molded, but people to be unfolded." The academic year was full of opportunities for our students to unfold their talents. Tobacco-free institution campaign was organized. Vanamohotsava, singing competition, mind-boggling competitions like maths and science quiz, wealth out of waste, fancy dress competition on national leaders, flameless cooking, Sanofi Kids program, coding and robotics activities, copel making, storytelling, elocution, star making, and lantern making competitions were organized. Educative talks on good and bad touch, health and hygiene, good manners, etc. were held. Our students excelled for the Indian Talent Olympiad. The Golden School Award and the Best Principal Award was conferred onto the school. Miss Maria Julia Fernandez and Miss Sina Naik were state toppers, while Maisel Teixeira, Jeremy Barreto, and Joshua Gomes received the Excellence Award. Master Brian Fernandez ranked 27th out of top 50 for Science Talent Search examination conducted by SCRT at the state level. For the All India Maths and Science Talent Search examination, Soham Patkar from class 2nd A bagged the 4th rank. Teacher Lynette Martins and teacher Brenda Pereira were felicitated by Rajans for 100% results in social science at the SSC examination. Teacher Parveen Imran, teacher Apanna Naik, and teacher Tefni Gama were felicitated by Prudent Scholar for their extraordinary services through online lessons during the pandemic. Teacher Hazel Gomes and teacher Cinderella Osorio were felicitated on Religion Teachers' Day by Diocesan Catechetical Center. God bless you and your dedicated service, dear teachers. Miss Reshita Naik and Miss Sara Naik bagged the 3rd place for the storytelling competition organized by Konkani Bhasha Mandal. For the Ignite program for Murmugaon School, our school won the following prizes. Master Declan Vaz and Miss Chaliska Falcao bagged 1st place for duet singing contest. Miss Maisel Teixeira won a consolation prize for recycle and reuse wealth out of waste competition. Miss Maisel Teixeira and Master Ishan Korgankar won the 1st place for Mukimono competition. We bagged the 1st place for the star competition organized by Urban Health Center. Miss Nasia Pinto and Master Soham Karnekar bagged 1st place for the Wealth Out of Waste competition organized by Goa Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. And in sports, boys under 17 were winners at the Taluka level for Subrata Mukherjee football and runners-up at the district level. For the tournament organized at the Taluka level, our boys under 17 were the winners and under 14 boys were runners-up at the Taluka level Subrata Mukherjee tournament. They bagged the third place, that is in under 14 boys. All the above tournament were organized by Directorate of Sports and Youth Affairs. Miss Chandani Singh bagged second place in triple jump at the taluka level organized by DSYA. It's a moment of joy and happiness to see our alumni coming back to their alma mater in gratitude. We are indeed very grateful to Mr. Shailendra Salvi, CEO of Yashkava India Private Limited, for providing the school with a smart interactive panel and 5 computers for the computer lab through his company. Thank you so much, sir, for your great concern to your alma mater. We are indeed proud of his achievement. We are thankful to Persistent Company for their support and for providing the school with computers, laptops, and office chairs. God bless your work. Our classrooms are installed with green boards donated by teacher Celine Dias and a well-wisher. Thank you, dear teachers. God bless you. Thankfulness is the beginning of gratitude, and gratitude is the completion of thankfulness. A word of appreciation and thanks to Diocesan Society of Education and all the office bearers for their support, encouragement, and guidance. Our sincere thanks and appreciation to the Fabrica da Igreja de San Tome for their support, constant support and appreciation. Your blessings, support, and cooperation help us to move forward. A big thank you. The Parent Teachers Association, under the able leadership of Miss Swela Gomes, has done a commendable job in organizing various activities of the school. Through your numerous activities and support, you make a positive contribution in sustaining the quality of educational transaction that take place within the school. Their constructive suggestions and valuable feedback have always been helpful and appreciated. We extend our special thanks to the PTA executive members for the valuable support. I also thank all our benefactors, ex-students in India and abroad, especially those based in UK, Kuwait, Israel, and Canada, for your concern and help to your school. One child, one teacher, one pen, one book can change the world. Malala Yousafzai. My dear teaching and non-teaching staff, I can't thank you all enough for all your hard work and energy that you put in all that you do. You are the backbone of the institution, and without you, things would have been impossible for the betterment of our institution. Thank you so much for being the light that guides and dispels darkness. Thank you for the learning that you plan, the environment you create, and above all, for all that you do each day to keep the teaching-learning process go on. I sincerely thank every member of St. Thomas family for all they are and all that they do. May God bless you and your families abundantly. A word of appreciation to our beloved parents of our student for always being there for us and for your presence. The release of the Diamond Jubilee Souvenir Lumiere, a milestone that marks our growth, and the array of inter-school activities to be held tomorrow under the title Diamante will help us to showcase the creativity of children and to bring awareness around. To wind up, I would like to say, it's amazing how 2 words that mean so much can seem so little. If I could show how much your presence has meant to us, the simple phrase of thank you would pale and diminish in the sheer enormity of gratitude I owe. Nevertheless, all that I would like to say is that I hold each one of you close to my heart. A big thank you. Dev Bari Koru.
देव बरें करूं मॅडम. तुमचे धाडस आणि आत्मविश्वास सदांच आमकां प्रेरणादायी थारला. तुमच्या नेतृत्वाखाला आमच्या इश्कोलाची भरभराट अशीच जायत रावतली हो विश्वास आमकां सगळ्यांक आसा. सोबीत पावरपॉयंट सादरीकरणा खातीर हांव टिचर वेनेसिया हिका देव बरें करूं म्हणटा.
आगो बाय, कितें जाता गो तुका? इलेक्ट्रीक शॉक लागिल्ल्या सारके कित्या नाचता?
पापा कितेंय उलोय नाका, हो आतांचो मॉडर्न नाच.
कितें हो नाच सायबा? आमचे पारंपारीक नाच काय बरे आसात.
पारंपारीक नाच म्हणजे कितें?
आमचे मुळावे नाच आमची गोंयची गिरेस्त काय, आमची अस्मिताय, आमची वळख आनी आमचो लोकवेद कितलो गिरेस्त आसा.
अशें कितें आसा तर तुमच्या लोकवेदांत?
आमच्या लोकवेदांत आमच्यो कितल्योश्योच लोककाणी, लोककला आनी लोकनाच आसा. पळयल्यार सामकें पिशें जावपाचें.
अशें तर आमी पळोवया तुमच्या लोकवेदाची एक झलक.
हय तर आमची लोकवेदाची वळख घडोवपा खातीर आमची स्कुलाची भुरगीं घेवन येतात एक लोकनाच जाचें नांव घुमटाच्या ताळार. पळयात आनी फुडाराक आमची गोंयची वळख वाडयात.
That was truly a resounding performance put up by our students on the beats of the Gumot. Well done, dear students. Celebrate what you've accomplished, but raise the bar a little higher each time you succeed. Our students are striving continuously to better themselves year after year, and thus it is right to reward them for their excellence. I now request our chief guest, Reverend Father Jean de Cruz Fernandez, to do the honors of felicitating the toppers of our school.
Our school achieved an impressive pass percentage of 92% at the 2021-22 SSC board exams, with 16 distinctions, 20 first classes, 9 second classes. So it is only right that we honor those who brought laurels to our school. I call upon our first ranker, Miss Milosha Sienna Montero. Miss Milosha is a shy, friendly girl with a ready smile on her face, and she bags an array of scholarships. Milosha, you'll have to wait. Will give me a chance to say all of them. She receives the Mr. Wilson Rock Rodriguez Memorial Scholarship instituted by Miss Zena and Mr. Jose Rock Andrade for a girl securing highest marks in the SSC examination. The Mr. Nelson Lopez Scholarship to a student who stands first at the SSC examination. The Master Fraser Fernandez Memorial Scholarship for obtaining highest percentage at the SSC examination. The Santo Tomé Union Scholarship to a student of Standard 10 for securing highest marks in the SSC examination from Cansaulim, Arosi and Cansaulim. The Mr. and Mrs. Glafira and Fidelis Pereira Scholarship to a student of Standard 10 scoring highest marks in social science. The Mrs. Jesuina Flora Valadares Scholarship for a student securing highest marks in geography at the SSC examination. And the St. Thomas High School Scholarship instituted by Mr. Socorro da Costa and Mrs. Mary Filomena da Costa for a student securing highest marks in science. We congratulate you, Milosha. Fly high. Next, we have the second ranker of our school, Master Samuel Barreto. I guess he isn't around. So anyway, okay. His brother, Jeremy, you can come and collect it for him. He receives the Mr. Wilson Rock Rodriguez Memorial Scholarship instituted by Miss Zena and Mr. Jose Rock Andrade for a boy securing highest marks at the SSC examination. Next, I call on Master Avison de Souza. He receives the St. Thomas High School Scholarship instituted by Mr. Socorro da Costa and Mrs. Mary Filomena da Costa for a student securing highest marks in science. You can clap for them at the end, please. Next, we have Simran Bipari. She receives the St. Thomas High School Scholarship instituted by Mr. Socorro da Costa and Mrs. Mary Filomena da Costa for a student securing highest marks in maths at the SSC examination. Next, we have Alison Samuel Barreto. He receives the Atush Denver Fernandez Scholarship instituted by Francisco Fernandez for a CWSN student excelling in the SSC examination. We now move on to our students. Swizel Disa receives the Maestro Santana Francisco Jose Diaz Scholarship instituted by Savio Diaz for a girl child of Standard 10 who excelled in music. Next, Swizel Fernandez. She receives the Parish Pastoral Council Scholarship instituted for the best successful outgoing girl. Also receives the Mr. Luis Anselmo da Cruz Fernandez and Mrs. Egidia da Cruz Fernandez Scholarship to a student securing highest marks in maths and science in Standard 9, and the St. Thomas High School Scholarship instituted by Mr. Rock Fernandez to a student securing highest marks in maths in Standard 9. Next, I call on Ishan Revonkar and Hinisha Fernandez. Both of them share a few scholarships. Hinisha, you can just hold on there. Both of them received the Mr. Thomas Alcazor Scholarship to a student securing highest marks in maths in Standard 8. The St. Thomas High School Scholarship instituted by Mr. Rock Fernandez for securing highest marks in maths in Standard 8. The Mr. Luis Anselmo da Cruz Fernandez and Mrs. Egidia da Cruz Fernandez Scholarship to a student securing highest marks in maths in Standard 8. and the late Leonora Martins and Adrian Martins Memorial Scholarship to a student from Standard 8 for securing highest marks in maths. This scholarship, as I said, is shared by two, Ishan Rivonkar and Hinisha Fernandez. Next, I call on Declan Vaz. He receives the Mr. Salvador Nazareth Scholarship for standing first in Standard 7. Next, Simplicio de Souza. He receives the Miss Immaculada Gonçalves Scholarship for the Best Scout of Standard 9 for good values, discipline and service. He also receives a Mr. John Dias Scholarship for a deserving student and the late Mr. Johnny Lobo Memorial Scholarship for a deserving student. Next, I call on Manal Chikori. She receives the Miss Immaculada Gonçalves Scholarship to the Best Guide of Standard 8 for good values, discipline and service. She also bags the Mr. José Sebastião Raimundo Scholarship for a student from the secondary section. Next, I call on Chandni Singh. She receives the Mr. Claudio Fernandez Scholarship for the most cheerful and progressive student. Next, we have the head boy of our school, Fivel Colasso. He receives the Father José Antonio Almeida Scholarship for all-round student, good in studies, discipline and service of the secondary section. He also receives the late Father Roberto Barreto Scholarship for the best disciplined child in the secondary section. Next, I call on Nehemia Sobrino and Velica Pereira. Again, they share the scholarship. They receive the Maria Augusta Fernandes Memorial Scholarship to students who are good in studies and discipline from the secondary section. This is shared by two, Velica Pereira. Next, I call on Jonathan Silva. He receives the St. Thomas High School Scholarship instituted by Mr. Michael Rodrigues to a student good in sports. Next, Maverick Mascarenhas. Maverick won a silver medal for boxing in the junior category of the 6th PENCAC Select Federation Cup 2022-23. Congratulations, Maverick. Next, I call on Miss Navyashri Kamath, who bagged the Samrat Student of the Year award. Navyashri is a pretty all-rounder who is good in studies and co-curricular activities, a natural dancer and an accomplished artist who shows a natural flair in everything she does. Congratulations, Navyashri. And lastly, we have Preston Colasso. Preston Colasso bagged the Neliv Rolling Trophy to the Best All-Round Student of the Year, along with a cash prize instituted by Mrs. Evelyn Fernandez. Preston is an all-rounder, good in studies and sports, with football being his passion. This year, as he answers his board exams in April, the school has high expectations from him.
देव बरें करूं फादर. तुमच्या आशिर्वादाचो पाव सदांच आमच्या विद्यार्थ्यांचेर असोच झडत रावं.
बाबू, तुवें तुजी सायकल भितर हाडून दवरली मरे?
ना, मागीर दवरताय.
अरे, मागीर कित्याक? आतांच दवर, मागीर तूं विसरतलो दवरपाक. आनी आयक, सायकलीक लॉक घाल आनी धापून दवर हां.
आगे आई, सायकलीक लॉक कित्याक करूंक जाय? कोण व्हरिना सायकल.
अरे बाबू, आयजकाल चोर भोंवता काय? तूं जाणा त्या बाप्पागेर घरा दिसा उजवाडेत चोर घुसलो काय?
खरें सांगता गे आई, मागीर कितें जालें?
कितें जालें काय म्हण कितें विचारता? बाप्पा तो असो सोडूंक आयला कोणाक? ताणें ते चोराक खंय बरी बूत शिकयली.
कितें केलें खंय बाप्पान?
अरे, म्हाकाय सारकेशें खबर ना. हांव एक काम करता, मातशें तांगे वचून येता आनी तांच्याच कडल्यान गजाल आयकता. तूं तितले म्हणसर जेवून घे. येवून तुका सगळी खबर विस्तारान सांगता.
बरें आई. आता आम्ही पळूया एक कॉमेडी नाटकुळे बेकार कवी लाखान धनी.
आयज हांव चान्नेन आलो पुनवेचे चान्नेन आलो. आयज हांव चान्नेन आलो पुनवेचे चान्नेन आलो.
दिसभर कविताच करतले काय घरातूय मात तरी लक्ष दितले.
चंद्रिमाचो शाबू लावन भांगराचे उदक नालो.
कपड्याचो साबू आंगाक लायतली म्हणल्यार तोय ना घरांत आनी तुमी चंद्रिमाचो साबू लायतले.
म्हाका कितें म्हणलें?
ना या वंटीक या दाराक सांगता हांव.
हय हांव समजलो म्हाकाच सांगता म्हणून. भांगराचे उदक नालो.
पुरो आतां तुमकांच सांगता हांव.
म्हाका सांगता? म्हाका दिसलें तूं सच्चावरी त्या फुटक्या आयदना कडेन आनी पिंचकाऱ्या कपड्यां कडेन उलयता म्हणून.
म्हज्या कपड्या कडेन तुमचें लक्ष नात. त्या शोभाक तरी पळयशात काय ना तकली वयर करून ते कॉलेजीक वचना म्हणटा.
कितें कॉलेजीक वचना म्हणटा? आवय ताका शोभा हांगा यो. कित्याक वचना कॉलेजीक?
म्हाका विस्तीद ना.
आतां नेसला ते कितें तर धोतर.
तोंडाक सामको स्वाद नाशिल्ल्या भशेन उलयतात तुमी. हो विस्तीद घालून ते कॉलेजीक वतले.
सद्दां घालता तो विस्तीद कितें जालो?
कालूय तोच घातिल्लो हांवें.
दिसाक एक विस्तीद जाय तर तुका?
सदांच एकूच घालो तर हांव.
तुमकां म्हणून मात कळना. वाडिल्ली चली लज दिसना तर ताका सदां एकूच विस्तीद घालप. वांगडची हसता म्हज्या पोराक. तुमकां चलता तें एकूच खादीचो सदरो घालून अख्खें गोंय भोंवतात.
बरें तें नाका तुका. म्हजो सदरो कित्याक वयर काडलो? आयचो दिसनेस गो तूं फाल्यां पळोवचें.
कालूय अशेंच सांगिल्लें.
कसले तळटी लागला म्हण कोण जाणा ह्या घराक.
आगे कित्याक अभद्र उलयता?
आनी कितें म्हणू तर जेवणा खातीर रड सदांच आसता. एकूच अपुरबाईची चली तिका मना सारकें न्हेसोवपाक लेगीत तुमच्या कडेन जायना. कविता करतात. कविता करून संवसार चलिल्लो जाल्यार सगलो संवसार कवितेच्यान फाटल्यान धांवतलो आशिल्लो. काय बरी नोकरी आशिल्ली ती सोडली आनी रावल्या घरान कविता करपाक.
आगे पूण ताणें काडलो नोकरे वेल्यान जाल्यार हांव कितें करूं? घोमटेक घास मारूं ताज्या?
तुमचें लक्ष आशिल्लें कामाचेर. कामार पासून तुमच्यो कविता मागीर काडचे ना कित्याक तुमकां?
आयचो दीस तुजी साडी दी गो ताका न्हेसूंक. फाल्यां पळयता हांव. काय बरी कवना सुचतात. आयज हांव चान्नेन आलो.
कोण आसा घरात?
हो आनी कोण आयलो सकाळी फुडें?
कोण म्हणून आसा? सच्चेच ते दीस उजवाडलो न्हय. आतां एक येत रावतले बिलां घेवन. दूधकार पसरकार हॉटेलकार हारतुरा घेवन रावत तांचं स्वागत करपाक.
दूधकार उलो केन्ना मारना.
कोण आसा काय ना?
आयलो रे सायबा. हे नवेच कसले तरी बील आसतले. परमेश्वरा पाव रे.
मातशें दार काड पळोवया.
काडटा रे सायबा. मात तरी दार धर. हांव वता पळोवन काय घर वता उडून.
थँक्यू. भितर आयल्यार जाता?
यात जाय तशें यात. अरे दारशी कित्याक बंद केली? खिळी घाली मरे तुवें.
बोवाळ नाका. घरात कोण कोण आसा?
खूब आसा घरांत.
आपय सगळ्याक हागा.
कितें सगळ्यांक आपोव? तुजें काम सगळ्यां कडेन आसा काय एकट्या कडेन?
कोणा कडेन ना.
तशें जाल्यार चलूक लाग.
चड बडबड नाका तुजी. म्हाका बेगीन वचूंक जाय. आयच्या दिसांनी 2 ग्राम पसार करपाचे सापय सगळ्यांक.
आगे शोभाक घेवन मातशी भायर पळोवया.
असो ताळो करपी सर कितें जाला तुमचें? आवयस हो कोण
आयलो पापा? आवयस मिलनाचो लवर.
कोण मिलन गो?
ते गे मम्मी इतले भांगर घालता ते. काल ताका टॅक्सीन घेवन गेल्लो हो.
शट अप. हा कोणाचो लवर न्हय. अशी बसात हांगा. तुमी बसात.
आवयस सुरो.
ओगी बसात.
म्हाका दुबाव मारिलोच तूं चोर आसतलो म्हणून. मिलनाचे भांगरय हाणेंच पसार केल्ले आसतले.
तिजोरी खंय आसा?
तिजोरी
कुठल्या? उपकारता खंय आसा तिजोरी?
आमगे तिजोरी ना रे.
तिजोरी ना जाल्यार आलमारीची चावी दी.
घे ती पळय आलमार.
तातूंत सगळी पुस्तकां भरल्यात. भांगर खंय आसा?
ती पुस्तकात म्हजे भांगर.
ए फकाणां कोणाची करता जाडा?
चोराची.
घरात भितर कितें कितें आसा?
फक्त आयदनां रांदपाची. फुटकी ती तुका वर, भरी ती दवर.
शट अप.
नाका नाका सगळेच घेवन चल.
सारकें सांग नाजाल्यार हो सुरो तुज्या पोटात वतलो.
सांगता सांगता पयलो सुरो बोल्सान घाल.
सांग बेगीन.
आमची एकूच तिजोरी खूब पोरणी पूण खूब मोलादी.
तिजोरी कितल्याय मोलाची आसूं तातूंत भांगर कितले मोलाचे आसा ते सांग.
त्यो भांगराच्यो मोल करो नजो.
सगल्यो कितल्यो असती आसतल्यो?
तुज्यान मेजून नजो इतल्यो.
खरेंच पापा?
आमकां मात लिपोवन दवरले आयज मेरेन आनी ह्या चोराक सांगलें हांव नोको आसलें तुमी इतले कवडी चुंबक म्हणून.
ते सोड चावी दी बेगीन म्हज्यान रावूं नजो.
चावी ना तिका उक्तीच आसा.
खंय आसा? दाखय बेगीन.
घरान ना ती भायर आसा.
भायर आसा? तरीच पापा रातचो सद्दां उठून भायर बसता.
ती जरी पुरून दवरल्या ती राखूंक बसताले दिसता. आतां फोटी ताच्या तकलेर आनी तुमी कपलार हात धरून बसात.
चल भायर दाखय दी म्हाका.
ती आतां सापडपाची ना.
म्हणजे?
त्यो वस्तू रातच्या काळखांतूच चकचकतात. दिसाची ती सोदल्यार लेगीत मेळची ना.
मागीर हांव कितें करूं?
तू रातचो 10 सुमार यो आनी सगळ्यो वस्तू घेवन चल.
ए चोरा आमकां थोडे तरी दवरतलो मरे.
आनी म्हाका पाटल्यो भांगतिळे आनी चपला हार इतकेच पुरो.
आनी म्हाका एक भांगतिळो उरता ते सगळे तुका वर. ए मिस्टर म्हाका बनोवपाचो यत्न करूं नाका. ह्या सुर्याक पळय.
ना खरेंच म्हज्या बायल भुरग्याचो सोपूत घेवन सांगता की लाखांनी वस्ती भरिल्ली तिजोरी म्हजे कडेन आसा. ती भायर आसा. ती फक्त रातच्या काळखांतूच चकचकतात आनी ती आयज तुका हांव दितलो.
तशें जाल्यार हांव रात पडसर हांगाच बसता.
हांगाच रावतलो.
रात जायसर.
आनी जेवतलो बी खंय?
तुमी रांदून वाडूंक जाय म्हाका हांगाच. कोणाक भायर बसपाक मेळचें ना कोणाक भितर येवपाक मेळचें ना. आमी भितरूच रावप दिसभर.
बाजारात वचून जेवणाचें सामान हाडूंक जाय.
गरज ना आसा तें खावपाचें आनी दीस काडपाचो. बसात.
हांव पळयता.
गरज ना. घरांतलो कोणी भायर बी गेला आसा जाल्यार सांग.
कोण ना?
कोण रे? कोण भायर?
दुधकारच तो.
तुका कशें कळ्ळें?
कोण जाप दिना जाल्यार दुधकारच तो केन्नाय जाप दिना. दार काडल्या उपरांत सोमतो भितर सरता आनी पयशे मागूंक लागता.
जाप कित्याक दिना?
दुधकार म्हणून काडल्यार हांव दार उगडचो ना म्हणून.
पापा वरां कितली जाली?
कितली जाली वरां?
9:15 जाली. पापा बेगीन दार काड.
कित्याक गो? 9:15 दार उक्ते केल्यार आमचें नशीब उक्तें जाता.
तो वतलो पापा बेगीन दार काड.
कोण गो?
तो गे मम्मी आमच्या कॉलेजीतलो प्रताप.
कॉलेजीतलो प्रताप? तो कोण तुजो?
तो म्हजो फ्रेंड. हांवें ताचे कडेन सरपळी दिल्ली पापा.
ती परतून तुज्या हड्ड्यार घालपाक आयला जाल्यार घे ताका भितर. कित्याक दिली सरपळी?
विकूंक पापा. आतां तो पयशे घेवन येतलो.
विकूक? पूण तुजे कडेन सरपळी. सरपळी. तुज्या गळ्यांतली ती सरपळी विकपा इतल्यार भानगड पावला तुजी. सांग कित्याक विकली सरपळी?
म्हाका काकान घातिल्ली ती.
घालू काकान म्हणून विकूंक जाय आसली? कितें फाल्त आसा म्हणून विकली सरपळी? सांग पळोवया.
टर्म फी भरूंक जाय आनी म्हाका 2 बिस्तिदाय शिवक जाय. तुमी मागल्यार दिनात.
बापूय कितें करता गो ताचो?
भायर आसता मम्मी. हो एकलोच पूत. घरांतले सगळे होच करता मम्मी. जाणा मम्मी ताचे बोल्सांत येदे नोटीचे कौले बोल्सांत घेवन भोंवता तो. जाणा मम्मी हांव सरपळी विकता म्हणून काल तो म्हाका बिस्कूट दितालो.
बिस्कूटची कित्याक गो?
भांगराची बिस्कूट घे मम्मी.
मागीर घेतली ना कित्याक?
हांवें सांगलें मागीर तुका जाय तें दी म्हणून.
बरें केलें. बाय गुणाचें तें.
कसल्या गुणाचे? घेतिली जाल्यार आमची सगळी बिलां फारीक जावची नाशिल्ली. मागीर एके बिस्तुकेक 2 वरो आशिल्लो ताणें.
हय पापा.
आतां वचू दी गो ताका भायले भायर. ह्या चोरान ताजे सगळे भांगर आनी पयशे काडून घेतले जाल्यार आमची सरपळी फुकट वतली न्हय. फाल्यां समजो येता ताका.
हय पापा. ए कवी भायर कोणी आसूं हांव दार उगडटलोच. आतां तुमकां एक नाटक करचें पडटलें. कोणी मनीस भितर येवं ताका तुमी हांव चोर म्हणून दाखोवंक दिवंक फावना. हांव तुमचो सोयरो अशें सांगतलें. कळ्ळें? कोण म्हणून सांगतलें?
सोयरो.
चुकून लेगीत कोणाच्या तोंडांतल्यान चोर म्हणून उतर भायर सरक फावना कळ्ळें आनी ताका म्हाजे चोरये विशीं कितें सांगशात जाल्यार ताज्या हुजरातूचो सुरो तुज्या पोटात वतलो
कळ्ळें
बसात हांगा तर कोणूच ना
म्हज्या कामाक लागून सद्दां म्हाका रावंक मेळ्ळें ना म्हण वायट हांव दारार मारतय आनी मी वयतय आयज मियाय बी तिरीक काडली सगळ्यांचा दूद वाटून बेगीनच काबार केलय आनी निमाणो हयसर इलय 3 म्हयन्याचे पयशे घेतले शिवाय मियाय कसोच जावची न्हय
तुजे पयशे दिवंक जाय हें खरें रे पूण ह्या वेळार म्हजे कडेन आसात खंय
ता मिया नकळय म्हाका आयज पयशे वये म्हणजे वयेच
तू फाल्यां सकाळीं यो आनी तुजे सगळे पयशे घेवन चल आयज आमी आमची तिजोरी उक्ती करतले तुका थोडे पयशे फुकट पासून दिवपी हांव
नको तसले हरामाचे पयशे म्हाका पचूचे नात म्हज्या दुदाचेच पयशे म्हाका पचनय नात
कशें पचतले दूध दिल्यार पचत दिता सगळें उदक
कोण आवशीचाय सांगताय म्हाजो दूध पातळ म्हणून म्हाजो दूध पातळ म्हणत छाती वय आतां दूदच ता केवा केवा जाता पातळ म्हणजे काय मशो दीस भर पाणयात बसतय पाणी पितय मगे दूध पातळ ना तर काय शेण पातळ जातला माझं दूध पातळ लागला तर इतलं तर घेतलंय कित्याक बंद करूचा असला
तुझे दूध धाटूच आशिल्ले रे पूण आयचो एकूच दीस जर तूं रावशीत तुका एक मसूच हाडून दिवं हांव
नको तसली फुकटची मस म्हाका नाका मी डुडू दितलय आनी मस घेतलय
पापा कित्याक ताची कटकट दिवन उडोवया पयशे म्हजे कडेन आसात मम्मी थोडे पयशे कितले जातात रे तुजे
1 म्हयन्याचे 50 रुपये 3 म्हयन्याचे 150 रुपये जाले
हय गे मम्मी इतले जातात राव हांव पळयता हिशोब करून
हांवें बरोवन दवरल्या भितरल्या दारार
नाका गे मम्मी म्हाका याद आसा हे पळय रे वाच बरें करून
आमगेर आमगेर चोर चोर
दी काडेन
यो कोण तुमचो
होच तो आमचो सोयरो
म्हणजे कोणाचो कोण हेका हयसर केन्ना बगलो ना
तो हितो मेवणो
काय
म्हजो मेवणो हिचो भाव आनी हाचो
कितें म्हळे
मामा मामा
तिडकतात काय आनी मस्कऱ्यो काय करतात
भुरगेपणा खूब आसा ताचे कडेन येदे व्हडलेले तरी भुरगे वचनात गोडी जाली गोडी आरे दुधकारा तुजे कितले पयशे दिवपाचे आसात
150 रुपये
हे घे हे घे
आयज हांव चान्नेन आलो पुनवेईचे चान्नेन आलो
चल रे तू अरे अरे अरे
अग्नी तुम्ही आयले
पापा कोण आयला पळय अग्नी
अग्नी हा अग्नी साहेब आगो अग्नी न्हय अग्नी साहेब
बसात न्हय
कविराज हांव तुमचे कविता आयकूंक येवना हे तुमचे सत्य म्हाका पाठ जाला म्हाका बसप कविता आयकप म्हज्याच बसव्या वेली उदार हाय च्या करून म्हाका घालप आयज हांव तुमचे कविता आयकूचोच ना म्हजे पयशे घेतल्या शिवाय हांव वचोच ना म्हजे पयशे दिना जाल्यार हांव पुलिशेक आपयतलो हो नवो मनीस कोण ते पयलीं सांगात
हे म्हजे भावोची
हांव न्ही
तुजे कितले बिल फारीक करपाचे आसा
तुका कित्याक डाटावडी तू करताक फारीक
हय हांव करता फारीक
उबे 400 रुपया जातात
हे घे 1 2 3 4 हे पळयदार
आनी राव ना सामको चल्लो भायर
हा आयज हांव चान्नेन आलो पुनवेईचे चान्नेन आलो
ए मिस्टर चल उठ 10 वरां जाली
तू अजून हांगाच आसा दिसता
उठ उठ 10 जाली
चला जाता दाखयात ताका तिजोरी चोर नागवणो तुजें बरेंच जावं नाका.
तशें म्हणू नाका गे मम्मी, तो मागीर रागान आमकां कांयच दवचचो ना.
ए चल बेगीन, म्हाका उशीर जाता.
यो असो यो, हांगा उबो राव. ते पळय,
वयर कितें आसा?
ते पळय, त्या मळबांत केदो व्हडलो चपलार, भांगतिळे, बाजूबंद आनी त्यो कानांतल्यो मुदयो आनी त्यो सरपळ्यो.
ए म्हाका 3 पानां करूं नाका. पयली तिजोरी खंय लिपोवन दवरल्या ती सांग, नाजाल्यार हो सुरो तुज्या पोटांत वतलो.
ना खरेंच, म्हज्या गळ्याचो सोपूत घेवन सांगता की लाखांनी वस्ती भरिल्ली तिजोरी म्हजे कडेन आशिल्ली जाल्यार आयज आमी आमची पोट जमनीक तेकोवन न्हिदची नाशिल्ली. म्हाजी धूव न्हेसूंक ना म्हणून कॉलेजीक वचची उरची नासली.
तुजे कडेन कांयच ना तर?
ना कशें, ह्या मळबान दिसता तें सगळें म्हजें धन. ही तिजोरी कोणें लुटचें, जाय ताणें लुटचें, तांक आसा ताणें लुटचें. चल, तुका जाय तें घेवन वच.
ह्या कवीन म्हाका पणस दाखयलो.
हाय जावं चान्नें नालो, पुनवेचे चान्नें नालो, चंद्रिमाचो शाबू लावन भांगराचें उदक नालो.
खरेंच संकट आयलें जाल्यार भिवून उपकार ना, तर त्या संकटाचो सामनो करूंक शिकूंक जाय. आशावादी व्यक्तीक प्रत्येक संकटात खंय संद दिसता, पूण निराशवादी व्यक्तीक प्रत्येक संदीतूय संकट दिसता. अशाच कांय प्रेरणादायक सुविचारांनी, काणयांनी, घडणुकांनी वा प्रसंगांनी सदांच आमचें मार्गदर्शन करपी आमचे पूर्व वेवस्थापक रेव्हरंड फादर जा द क्रूज फेर्नांडीस आमचे खातीर सदांच प्रेरणादायी थारल्यात. खूब दिसां उपरांत ह्या म्हान व्यक्ती कडल्यान स्फूर्त दिवपी उतरां आयकुपाची आयज संद आयल्या. ताचो पुरेपूर फायदो घेवया. तर हांव आमचे पूर्व वेवस्थापक रेव्हरंड फादर जा द क्रूज फेर्नांडीस हांचे लागीं विनंती करता तांणी आपलें उलोवप हांगा येवन करचें.
Respected Manager, Reverend Father Ave Maria Afonso, Headmistress Madam Aurora de Souza, PTA Chairperson Mrs. Suela Gomes, and PTA members Dr. Samson Correa, Dr. Fredri de Souza, guests of honor for the day's occasion, Assistant to the Parish Priest Father Benny de Costa, parents of the learning fraternity, teaching and non-teaching staff members, ex-teachers, present teachers, students, dignitaries, well-wishers, villagers, and friends. To be here as the chief guest at this auspicious annual day occasion today indeed gladdens my heart, while it humbles my very being. St. Thomas High School is a school with a Catholic management, and hence cannot but have Christ and his teachings as the dynamo to keep it moving. Keep it alight and enlighten all those that enter its portals. The theme taken for today's function undoubtedly has "Follow me," the calling words of Jesus to his first apostles found in the Gospel of Mark, chapter 1, verse 17, as its very basis. Jesus called simple, humble, and illiterate fishermen to his school, where he formed them, empowered them, and taught them to be fishers of men. A village school under Catholic management undoubtedly has the same challenging mission. It is hence very apt to have "Rooted in Him we follow" as the theme for today's function. This Platinum Jubilarian School has had its glorious past mingled with some faults and failures, but now over the years has had the ladder to success as its forte. The SSC results, the national accolades, the title of being a model school in the south of the state, the smart room along with LCD projector facilities attest to this very fact. My sincere appreciation and praise to the management who shoulder the responsibility of attaining the standard we see here today. My praises go to the prize winners receiving their dues today for having availed of all the facilities offered by this institution to form yourselves for the future of tomorrow. While to the others, let your hearts not be troubled. Keep working with your heads held high, for success is for those who persevere. I take this occasion to acknowledge the ex-students of this school seated today as guests of honor, who through their dedication and hard work have carved a niche for themselves in the respected fields of homeopathy and microbiology, Dr. Sampson and Dr. Frederick. I am sure your presence today will have definitely made the students of this institution ask themselves one question. If you could, why not me? Why not us? And I'm sure in having you as the guests of honor, the management has had the desire of keeping personalities that inspire a learning motivation, ignite a passion for learning, and instill imagination and innovation in these innocent, young, and dreamers of tomorrow. May God bless your endeavors and enable you to light every place and every person you encounter. This institution has been blessed over the years with young, committed, energetic, and goal-achieving staff, undoubtedly led by the dynamic headmistress, Madam Aurora, working always as a team with the senior and the junior, the poet and the orator, the choreographer and the performer, the singer and the dancer, the fruit of which is the success of today. A pat on your backs, dear teachers and students together. As I conclude, I thank the management for having invited me to witness the strength of this institution through the report read out, the achievements listed out, the discipline maintained, and every single item presented before us on the stage today. May the Lord of the universe, who pronounced Duc in altum, cast your nets into the deep, and thus produced a rich catch after casting nets into the deep, bless us all, and this institution in particular, to produce nets filled with fishes that not just fill up baskets and increase display at table, but raise the table standard and the society through your efforts and draw more people to the table of life. Thank you. God bless you. Deo Bare Guru.
Thank you, Reverend Father Jean, for gracing this occasion with your wise words and placing before us your meaningful thoughts. Today's annual day program is a celebration of great importance to the entire St. Thomas family, and the presence of our honored guests has made this event more delightful. To appreciate their valuable presence with us, we shall now present them a memento expressing our affection. I request our manager, Reverend Father Ave Maria Afonso, to kindly do the honors. Thank you, Father, for doing the honors.
नवेश्री, हमारे कपड़े कितने सुंदर, चमकीले और रंगीन दिखते हैं ना? वो तो होंगे ही। फ्यूजन डांस जो है, इस डांस में अलग अलग भाषा, अलग अलग गीत, कुछ डांस में अलग अलग राज्यों की पहचान जैसे कि गरबा और कुछ मनोरंजन के लिए है। तो चलो फिर और समय गवाए बिना अपना फ्यूजन डांस शुरू करते हैं। हाँ चलो।
काला जादू कर दिया तेरी अख सोनी, पूरा लंदन हिलदा हिले जो तेरा लक सोनी। ओ मुंडियां नू मारेंगी ना एवें हस सोनिए, केड़ा पिंड शहर तेरा तू मैनू दस सोनिए। ओ लगदी लाहौर दिया जिस हिसाब न हस दिया, ओ लगदी पंजाब दिया जिस हिसाब न तक दिया। कुड़ी दा पता करो केड़े पिंड दिया केड़े शहर दिया, ओ लगदी लाहौर दिया जिस हिसाब न हस दिया। कुड़ी दा पता करो, पता करो, पता करो।
चलिए चिंकाना, चलिए चिंकाना। ரெண்டுல ஒண்ணு பார்க்கலாம் நிக்கிறியா தெம்பா, எப்பவும் லைஃப் திரும்பலாம் நம்புறியா நண்பா. எப்பா ரெண்டுல ஒண்ணு பார்க்கலாம் நிக்கிறியா தெம்பா, எப்பவும் லைஃப் திரும்பலாம் நம்புறியா நண்பா. யாரு இங்க வந்தாலும் பயமுறுத்தி பார்த்தாலும் அசராம சிரிச்சாம ஒதுங்கி போவாண்டா. அத்தனையும் போனாலும் எம்டியா தான் நின்னாலும் பதறாம இருந்தாட பீஸ்ட் நீ தாண்டா. ராவம்மா ஏ ராவம்மா ஜாலியா ஜிம்கானா, ராசம்மா ஏ ராசம்மா கேடுங்கானா. ராவம்மா ஏ ராவம்மா ஜாலியா ஜிம்கானா, ராசம்மா ஏ ராசம்மா சொன்னது சரிதானா. சரிதானா
सरदाका
ஜாலியா ஜிம்கானா.
लिखे जो खत तुझे वो तेरी याद में हजारों रंग के नजारे बन गए। लिखे जो खत तुझे वो तेरी याद में हजारों रंग के नजारे बन गए। सवेरा जब हुआ तो फूल बन गए, जो रात आई तो सितारे बन गए। लिखे जो खत तुझे
आ गई सात समुंदर
बरसो रे मेघा मेघा बरसो रे मेघा मेघा बरसो रे मेघा बरसो मीठा है कोसा है बारिश का बोसा है कोसा है कोसा है बारिशों का बोसा है जल 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 थल जल थल चल 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 बहता चल नन्ना रे 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 बरसो रे गीली माटी के चल घरौंदे बनाएंगे रे रे तैर के चली मैं तो पार चली रे तैर के चली मैं तो पार चली रे मेरा नन्ना रे 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 नन्ना रे
പളിവാള് ഭദ്രവടകം കൈലേന്തും തമ്പൂരട്ടെ നല്ലച്ചടി തിരുമുമ്പിൽ ചെന്നു കളി കളി തുടങ്ങി അങ്ങനെ പളിവാള് ഭദ്രവടകം കൈലേന്തും തമ്പൂരട്ടെ നല്ലച്ചടി തിരുമുമ്പിൽ ചെന്നു കളി കളി തുടങ്ങി പളിവാള് ഭദ്രവടകം കൈലേന്തും തമ്പൂരട്ടെ നല്ലച്ചടി തിരുമുമ്പിൽ ചെന്നു കളി കളി തുടങ്ങി അങ്ങനെ പളിവാള് ഭദ്രവടകം കൈലേന്തും തമ്പൂരട്ടെ നല്ലച്ചടി തിരുമുമ്പിൽ ചെന്നു കളി കളി തുടങ്ങി
कल्याण सांगली सोन्याची ही पोरी कोणाची कल्याण सांगली सोन्याची ही पोरी कोणाची ताची आई पिकोरी आणि बापू पिकोरा ही पोरी कोणाची ताची आई पिकोरी आणि बापू पिकोरा ही पोरी कोणाची Ramoja mama, ale ao Santa Luca. Ramoja mama, ale ao Santa Luca. De mazore chapila lagi ped madi naga. De mazore chapila lagi ped madi naga. Dir mama ailo, ane khash pona litulo. Dir mama ailo, ane khash pona litulo. Ane mazore chapila takaye kasa ailo. Ane mazore chapila takaye kasa ailo. Ya ya maya ya. Ya ya maya ya, 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 ya ya mama re
अपनी भी थोड़ी अदा थोड़ा अंदाज है ऐसे हैं चाहे वैसे हैं अरे जो भी हैं जैसे हैं खुद पे हमें नाज है जाने ना हमको ये जमाना चाहो तो हमको आजमाना यार बाज हम जान साज हम इश्क बाज दिल वाले कहते हैं हमको प्यार से इंडिया वाले छू लेते दिल के तार से इंडिया वाले हर जीत छीन ले हार से इंडिया वाले दुश्मन के छक्के छुड़ा दे हम इंडिया वाले दुश्मन के छक्के छुड़ा दे हम इंडिया वाले
Well, those were the rhythmic dazzlers with their power-packed performance, fusion of nothing but the best. You all were fabulous, dear students. As we get set for the next most awaited performance of today, I would like to call upon Teacher Etelvina to propose the vote of thanks.
Gratitude is the healthiest of all human emotions. The more you express gratitude for what you have, the more likely you will have even more to express gratitude for. As rightly said by Zig Ziglar, we, the St. Thomas High School, at first thank the Almighty God for blessing and establishing the plans we committed to Him. We are grateful to have the presence of Reverend Father John the Cruz Fernandez, the chief guest of the day, along with our guest of honor, Dr. Samson Correa and Dr. Fedri de Souza. Thank you for your time, for your presence has uplifted our day today. Our manager, Reverend Father Ave Maria Afonso, for being a guiding light. Our headmistress, Madam Aurora de Souza, the pillar of the entire 3-day event, has worked tirelessly in managing and directing the entire team. I would also like to thank our ex-students in India and abroad for their cooperation. My fellow colleagues, teaching and non-teaching staff, who have worked relentlessly along with the students, not forgetting the parents as well, who have voluntarily cooperated and provided a helping hand and have supported the school to make this day what it is, a great success. Further, a big thank you to all our ancillary partners, Destiny Music Academy for providing us the sound system, stage and pandal by Pascual, Fabrica for the chairs and generator. Lastly, a lot could have been planned and executed to make this day a perfect one, but it will not be one without your presence here today. So, thank you all for choosing to spend your time with us today and making day one of the Diamante a great success. Thank you all.
Hey Natik, what are you trying to do? Hi Vanelli, I'm trying to cast a shadow of a deer using my hands. Yes, that's really nice. But Natik, do you really want to experience the true magic of shadows? Yes, surely. Then you must watch the lasting silhouettes. The lasting silhouettes? What is that? Come, let's find out.
your salvation. And thank you for unending grace. Thank you for your hope. Thank you for this life you give. There is no one like you. There is no one like you, God. All my hope is in you, Jesus, Jesus. Thank you for your promise. Thank you for your favor. And thank you for your love and everything you've done for me. There is no one like you. There is no one like you, God. All my hope is in you, Jesus, 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 Jesus. To your name we give all the glory. To your name we give all the praise. And you're allowed, our God everlasting. So let your face shine on us. 'Cause there is no one like you. And all my hope in Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. To your name we give all the glory. To your name we give all the praise. And you're allowed, our God everlasting. So let your face shine on us. To your name we give all the glory. And to your name we give all the praise. And you're alive, our God everlasting. So let your face shine on us. So let your face shine on us. So let your face shine on us.
With a thankful heart and a song of praise, we come to you, gathered in this place, for the things you've done and for who you are. We worship you with a thankful heart, with a thankful heart.
and a song of praise. We've come to you, gathered in this place, for the things you've done and for who you are. We worship you with a thankful heart. So we lift up our praise and we lift up our sacrifice to you. We offer our prayers and we offer our lives in gratitude for all you do. We worship you with a thankful heart, with a thankful heart, with a thankful heart. We will give you praise. You've been so good, covered us with grace. You have been our strength in a time so dark. So we worship you with a thankful heart. So we lift up our praise and we lift up our sacrifice to you. We offer our prayers and we offer our lives in gratitude. We lift up our praise and we lift up our sacrifice to you. We offer our prayers and we offer our lives in gratitude for all you do. We worship you with a thankful heart. We worship you with a thankful heart. Oh, yes, we do. We worship you. Oh, we worship you with a thankful heart. Oh, we worship you. Yes, we worship you. We worship you. Give you glory with a thankful heart. You're worthy, Lord. You're worthy.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, those were the lasting silhouettes for you, expressing their sentiments of praise and thanks to the Almighty for the gift of 60 glorious years to our school. Thank you, dear students. St. Thomas High School is our alma mater, and we are all proud of it. Let us now bring this annual day program to a close by singing the school anthem, requesting everyone to kindly rise and stand in attention as we sing the school anthem.
Standing together as one family.
आयच्या कार्यक्रमात तुम्ही वांटो घेतलो आनी आमच्या विद्यार्थ्यांची स्फूर्त आनी उमेद वाडयली देखून सेंट थॉमस स्कुलाच्या वतीन मनाक काळजां सावन सगळ्यांक देव बरें करूं म्हणटा.
As we bring down the curtain on today's program, we wish you all a blessed night. Thank you and God bless.